starting out as social entrepreneurship is a challenge. The founders of Duo are highly qualified and highly motivated to provide the best possible interpretation and translation services into, and from, Austrian Sign Language, Austrian Sign Language Plus, and International Sign. As native signers, they think they have found a niche in the market with their products and services. So let them introduce themselves, their enterprise, and their services to you.
Duo consists of 5 certified and experienced translators and interpreters. They are Georg Marsch, Monica Muckegg, Magdalena Schermeck, Sandra Schugerl, Astrid Weidinger. The founders of Duo are all deaf and sign language is their first language. To become sign language interpreters, they studied at Hamburg University in Germany or Salzburg University in Austria. All 5 are members of the Austrian Sign Language Interpreters and Translators Association. You must take a professional aptitude test, set by a commission of 5 deaf and hearing experts. Let's see how you can proceed if you want to start a business in the field yourself.
Get familiar with trade and service sector, characteristics and structure of the sector. Search employment options in trade or service sector for people with disabilities. Look for business initiatives for people with disabilities within the trade or service field. Duo works as a social business, but legally, the members of Duo are one-person companies, called EPU in Austria, who work in cooperation with one another. The Duo team also possesses trade licenses, which certify their qualification and ability to work in their chosen field. 4 team members have additional sources of income and 2 have fixed part-time employment elsewhere. 1 team member works full-time for the Duo company.
In Austria, there is no separate legal form for social enterprises. To establish a social enterprise, you can choose one of the common business forms in Austria. Some founders also chose to begin their social enterprise as a Verein, association, and later change to another legal form. The choice of legal form is very important, and you should seek expert support. For Austria, we recommend looking up Weinwerk-Grundansberatung organization to gain more information. They focus on supporting entrepreneurs with disabilities.
Basic ICT skills are crucial for social entrepreneurship in trade and services. For gaining basic knowledge, please go to General Module 1, Digital Competences. Specific ICT skills are needed as well, but it depends on which specific field of trade you will work in, or search for work.
Let's look at the specific ICT skills.
The Duo team has quite advanced ICT skills, ranging from a good knowledge of office software such as PowerPoint for presentations, to use of Excel for data collection such as customer lists and Word skills. For video production, Extensive technical knowledge is necessary for subtitling, video production, camera functions and much more. These skills were acquired in various ways. Certain ICT skills are taught formally as part of the study, through their training as interpreters. However, many skills have been picked up along the way, in the form of learning by doing.
Now, let's look at the specific social skills needed for this work and which skills Duo have. Let's look at specific marketing skills and competencies Duo has in this field.
To market their products, Duo has created a website for their business. The team produced an image video, which you saw at the beginning of this film. Social media is increasingly important, particularly since the COVID-19 pandemic has made most forms of person-to-person and face-to-face contact challenging. Duo has Instagram, @duo.at, Facebook, @duo.at, and Twitter, @duo_at, accounts to promote their social business.
Duo started out as a 2-member team and they wrote a business plan based on their ideas and ideas of what the future may bring. Events overtook the team slightly, and in 2015, during a refugee crisis, their skills, particularly in the field of the international sign, were in high demand. So, while the formal business plan went quickly out of date, the team remained flexible and ran with developments. We live in fast-changing times, and the emergence of COVID-19 has required adjustment and adaptation, so there is currently no formal plan as such. You could say that the team have an informal, unwritten business plan, as they are very clear where their goals lie and where the next 5-10 years will take them. If Duo had a formal business plan, it could look something like this.